أنا جاهز أنا جاهز. قل له لما يجهز يخرج يضغط. يو لعب معنا. قل له يسرع، ما فيش وقت ما فيش وقت، باقي 20 ثانية.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then. Tries a shot! Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And the pass is intercepted. Ambitious ball here. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Looking for options for movement. Ekitike. Oh, well played, well played. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, at one point there were few names more recognisable in world football than Mario Götze. He struggled since then in many ways, but I'm a believer that class is permanent, and especially with him.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Messi. Cruyff. That has not gone well. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he's intervened well there. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, super find. Just a Messi! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front.
You like
and
that, bro?
That is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Inter Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
De Bruyne. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That's been cut out, well played. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Calafiori.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Messi. Shot a goal! And no mistake. They are purring, truly purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's their second corner of the game. Cruyff. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And this is Neymar.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ekitike. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Lahm. And that is a little undercooked. Lahm cuts out the pass. Cruyff. Inter Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Mario Götze. Well, no joy this time. Nakata is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he...
Oh, what a mistake! Now then, the ball's come loose. He has found the way through. Oh, well played. Rodri. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. Calafiori. Zubimendi. Not the most accurate pass. Calafiori calmly anticipates. Tries to play it through. Looking for the run. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, he's hit it long, but astray.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Rodri. And it's Neymar. Cruyff. He's found the way through. And Cruyff! Zubimendi. Cruyff with the slide tackle there. And he's quick to snatch it back. Big chance! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Inter really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have got another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Inter Milan looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. Back on the way then. No, that's been intercepted. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Now it's Beckham. Oh, that's fabulous. Pass is just off target. Well, they've got it again. Tries to pass it through. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Nakata. Zubimendi.
Inter have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
He is through here.
Really well played.
An instinctive delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And this is Messi. Messi! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Messi can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. De Bruyne, whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a searching pass. Cafu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ekitike! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pass somewhat off target. Mosquera kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And this is Messi, and he is deftly... Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here.
Yo,
Simply
you are being
breathtaking
recorded
stuff.
on YouTube.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Munich clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Cruyff. Oh, good ball. They've got to be quick to recover this. De Bruyne. Ekitike. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Calafiori. Just about up to 75 minutes. Well, nicely intercepted.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
He won't be happy with that one.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Sostituzione per l'Inter.
You
Numero
shit,
20.
you shit.
Numero 14. Lasciano il campo per il numero 17. Il numero 23.
Aimed at the far side.
Attenzione, una
No messing
sostituzione.
about, just bludgeoned away. That's an imaginative pass. Rafael Varane is sporting a guilty look after that. And the shot! Oh, he couldn't get hold of it.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Mosquera makes the interception. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Kane with a definite fell there.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 11. Viene sostituito con il numero 21. Pirlo.
أو جالس غير قل ما فيش معك وقت، معك 80 ثانية. أو أغير. قلت ترنجل مالك خلك.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Pass just lacking in accuracy, and he's forced to go back. And he cuts out the supply. Wriggles his way through, and he's had it nicked away. Inter Milan are closing in on a comfortable win. Look at the... He's in one-on-one. Oh, great keeping, snaffled out the danger.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exemplary.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And Shevchenko! Oh, terrible pass. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Nicely spread. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Hangs in a cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Oh, easy pickings there. De Bruyne. Now it's Inzaghi. Pirlo. Oh, played right into his path. He's shifting through the gears here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite them...
لا، نزل تحت نزل تحت وهس. اوكي، نزل تحت. از اوكي اكس. يو خلينا نلعب مع عادل. يا عادل تعال، ما تعال العب. ايش غلطة؟
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. Can he get on the end of this? No, it's come to nothing.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's...
Haaland! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Now the ball in. Oh, great leap! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And he's intervened well there. Oh, he's found support out wide. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Threads one in. He's on it. Can he get away? Thuram. Couldn't squeeze it through. Not the most accurate pass. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Mosquera spots it and intercepts. And here's Cruyff. Oh, nicely intercepted. Messi, and the shot! Goal! Inter!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Inter Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Haaland. Oh, no joy this time. Cafu. Nakata. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Haaland. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Great chance! Well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Ekitike was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Tries to play it, he's had a shot! And the shot! He's hit it first time.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
And it's Cruyff. Cruyff powering forward here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Where it came. And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Mateus, renowned for his long-range shooting. Calafiori, Yamal. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Looking to play him in. Well, that's a dangerous ball. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Now, that looks a decent ball. Thuram makes the interception. Oh, given away. Yamal gets flagged offside.
ليش مسجل على الجول مان؟
And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Mateus is onto this. Now there's a fine ball. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Too much on it, and that... And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Well, they're in a great position.
هذا اللاعب الأصلي يا
Why
صاحبي.
stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Inter Milan are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Mateus, pass somewhat off target.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Great ball if he can get there. Raya gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Cafu. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Rodri. Cruyff. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Mateus. Mosquera cuts out the pass. And that has put paid to that. Cruyff. Thuram. Inter Milan looking close to untouchable here at 3-0. Messi. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Tries to pass it through. And this is Messi. Kovacic. It's a pretty loose pass. Beckham. And that pass just didn't quite work. That pass has been well intercepted. He's being urged to shoot. Kovacic.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's there to retrieve it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now that's well seen too. Rodri. Spread it left.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He has found the way through. Oh, good effort! And that is a truly outstanding save.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Haaland. De Bruyne. Zubimendi. Nicely weighted ball. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's having a shot! And the keeper can swallow it up.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
He won't be happy with that one. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chance! And it's in!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So could they be onto something here? And this is Messi. Zubimendi. Crunching tackle. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And this is Messi. And Messi! And that really should have been that.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
So, third corner of the game. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Nice sequence of passes this. Saliba, he steps in, and that's the end of that. Cruyff. Oh, that was vital. Nakata. Mateus is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's bustling through. Ekitike! It's a goal! Just one goal in it now! Game on! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Goes for a shot! Nicked it back promptly.
Munich really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Mosquera gets a foot in here. That's a little off target. Knocks it into space. Oh, this is... And Messi! Inter Milan, moments now away from seeing this one out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Munich clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
This one... Götze!
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 20, numero 14, numero 16, Lam, numero 22. Lasciano il campo per
That is not
il
gone
numero
well.
17.
Well read.
Il
And the
numero
danger is...
23.
Shoots! And he's stuck it away. And right near the end, we have parity. Götze at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And that is as far as it goes. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Messi, voted man of the match and...
ايش؟
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well measured. Oh, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Munich clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Saliba gets a foot in here. Now it's Yamal. Spread neatly. And he was alert to it. Real chance!
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Tries to get it clear. And that pass is... Yamal! It's their second corner of the game. There's the header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, that's well seen too. And the pass is intercepted. And the through ball. Yamal receives it in a good position here. Inter Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Great ball if he can get there. And he's managed to get... Goes for a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well read, nice interception. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's beaten Yamal! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And Inter go in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Inter Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Rodri, very much a man of this moment. Zubimendi promptly onto that, and that is that. And that is a little undercooked. It's a pretty loose pass. That pass has been well intercepted. He's in a great position here, and he is... Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. 30 minutes gone. Lahm is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That'll be a throw. Nakata. And the shot! It's a loose ball. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So their fourth corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. Saliba. Looking for options for movement.
Inter can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
And he's lost his man here. Well read, and the danger is averted. And that's been won straight back. Cafu.
Pretty robust defending.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
Messi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And it's Kovacic. Space for him to turn and look. Brilliantly cut out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Munich clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the
خلي
boss
عادل
needs
يلعب
to
مع
give
العب.
his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Inter Milan can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Shot a goal! And yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
It's Kovacic! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Kovacic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And one more try! That's a sharp pass. It's Ekitike! Oh, nearly, but not quite. And he was quick to react. Saliba, nicely weighted ball. Turan proves too strong, too smart. Nakata, Ekitike! Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Looking for the run. Kovacic. Beckham.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Towering header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No, that's been intercepted. Pass is just off target. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rafael Varane short changes him with that pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Messi. Can he get it through? Neymar. Well, there's the clearance. Kovacic. Now it's Yamal. Oh, that's well spotted. Turan. Rodri. Just about up to 75 minutes. Nakata. No foul, says the referee. Now it's Yamal. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Munich really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, he's found support out wide.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Saliba tries to clear. De Bruyne. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
That's a little off target. Kovacic. Now, can they get him away? Good ball, good take. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Big chance! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Inter Milan now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve this. But has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Looking to play him in. And that will be it. Inter Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Neymar taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for...
والله has X.
Without a second thought, they charge straight at the wolves with unstoppable force, driven purely by the instinct to protect their owner. Their sheer aggression catches the wolves off guard, sending them retreating almost immediately. Once they've pushed them back far enough, the dogs don't chase any further. In their minds, nothing matters more than their owner's safety. But the wolves aren't done yet. They suddenly circle back, attempting a sneak attack on the two dogs. Luckily, the sheepdog...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I think an awful lot's going to be... Ekitike clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Desai pulls off an exemplary piece of defending.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Calafiori. Turan cannot be beaten that easily. Now it's Haaland. Cafu makes the interception. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And this is Cruyff. He's beaten the last man. And a chance! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And they've got a throw. And it's Neymar. Lam. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Couldn't squeeze it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Lam did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Saliba does well to get it back. Mario Götze gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. That's been cut out, well played. Hazard. Calafiori. Delivered. Terrific effort! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Goes for the shot! Now it's Messi. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Calafiori. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Nakata wants to run onto this. Brilliantly cut out. Tries to pass it through. No, that's been intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. Thuram. And it's Beckham. Rodri. 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Götze. Neymar. Nakata. Ekitike looking to be a menace in the final third. Mosquera cuts it out. Played into space. Oh, Red, nice interception. Inter Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Ekitike. Now this could be a chance.
Inter can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He's found a way through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Nicely weighted ball. Good read, needed to be. Nakata. In with the challenge. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he get on the end of this? Whistle's gone, that's foul. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He slings it in.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And it's Nakata.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Cruyff. And this is Neymar. He might be in here. Oh, just a keeper. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Inter really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Inter Milan looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che tra poco sul maxi schermo saranno trasmessi gli orari degli autobus navetta.
Come on, bro, hurry up, man. Yalla, yalla.
Cambio di giocatori.
So let's get the ball
Yalla,
rolling.
حبيبي, yalla.
Inter Milan leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Now it's Cruyff. Messi just eases him off the ball.
Messi, could have been
That's been
there.
intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Cafu. It's a good run down the right.
You like that, huh? Yes. Yes, bro, I'm winning. Goal, so far.
Neymar. Now, can they get him away?
That guy's alone. That guy's flying.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was
It
brave
looked
defending,
good.
and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Cafu showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Shapes to shoot! Mario Götze. That's a nicely weighted pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nakata. Inter Milan are still that goal to the good. Now it's Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. He's come in hard. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Yamal. Neymar, who is really short on confidence. Oh, they could be caught out here. He is through here. Haaland and the shot! And that's a tiny finish. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Keeper's dealt with that.
Thank you for the
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And this is Messi. He's onside. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Thuram short changes him with that pass. And it's Götze. Shevchenko. Rodri. Messi. And it's made its way to him. And that pass just didn't quite work. Just about up to 75 minutes. That is a great pick out. Calafiori is onto this. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Munich truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Looking to play him in. Shot a goal! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Numero 21, Pirlo. Attenzione.
Towering header! Harmlessly behind. He's through here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Yes,
And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost in all honesty.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And he's intervened well there. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Inter Milan are coasting towards victory. That's a good foray he's making. And he's picked out the run. And he was alert to it. Now it's Yamal. Shevchenko. Chance for a shot! Messi. Oh, that's a key interception. Lovely, now then. It's a goal! Reflections on the goal?
Yeah, I think it was going to take something very special if the keeper were to get down and claw that out, Peter. It's a quality goal.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And there's a goal! Deep into injury time! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And now he has two. And a really good game is threatening to break out here. Time added on 4 minutes. Now it's Shevchenko. Desai kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, well measured. This might... And in! And it's in! And right near the end, we have parity.
Well done.
Oh, that's beautifully done. The defence won't like to admit it, but there wasn't much.
And that is as far as it goes. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. How would you summarise what we've seen? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We are just getting started. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Threads one in, and he cuts out the supply. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's with the keeper. Well, that is one way to stop him. Succumbs to the pressure. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well read, and the danger is averted. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
I would have to highlight Zubamendi. It really is amazing how San Sebastian keeps producing these top-notch central midfielders for generations now. They're very hard-working, ball winners, but with some of the silkiest passing skills to keep...
Shapes to shoot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Right, Shevchenko. Cruyff. Neymar. Beckham. Inter Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's in one-on-one. And a chance! It's in! The first significant strike. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Beckham. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's going wide left. Always onto this. And this is Shevchenko. That's the keeper's ball. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Varane kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. No way through there. Haaland knocks it into space. Now he's running away, and he's had it nicked away. Searching pass he's played there. It's fallen loose again. It's a goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Inter Milan restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And it's Azar. Nakata, he's being urged to shoot. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose
Well, let's
themselves,
see.
and it's
See, we
level
don't
taking
know.
at half-time.
تعال يا صاحبي
Any
تعال.
strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Let's see.
And that's the second half started. That's been cut out, well played. Yamal. He's a sharp little ball here. Ekitike unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he was quick to react. Great vision. Yamal. Mateus has a look and plays it forward. Oh, and the shot! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
It's a really well-measured ball. He's got away. Shot at goal! Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Haaland. And he's lost his man here. He's had a shot! Goal! Inter! And the comeback is complete. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Inter Milan. Great chance! And there's a goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for the run. Mosquera. Haaland does well to get it back. Distributed tidily. Can he spark a counter here? Inter Milan can breathe again. Just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Good ball, good... And the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Inter are such an adept
هذا اللي
counter-attacking
حصل لك.
team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
يلا تمام تعال شوف. قلت لك الألعاب معنا اكسترا تايم.
So we have movement on both benches. So now the difference is 3.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every
كيف أبو
department.
النسعة بسجل عليه؟
That's been slipped through. Oh, that's fabulous.
هذا أبو النسعة.
There's the shot.
أوبا.
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Well timed, excellent interception. And this is Neymar. Couldn't squeeze it through. Zubimendi running with intent. And that has left him in a heap. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
He's looking wide. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then.
And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Goes for a shot! Zubimendi gets it away. And it's Baggio. Well, they've got it back. It shoots!
Yes, sir.
Oh, good finish!
إنجاز.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Filippo Inzaghi really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Now, can they get him away? Roberto Baggio. Belletti. Looking to play him in. And that's a good ball. De Bruyne. Azar. Now it's De Bruyne. Rodri gives no quarter whatsoever. It's a pretty loose pass. Calafiori. De Bruyne. Oh, red, nice interception. The most accurate pass. Now that looks a decent ball. He's having a hit! Off the post! Keeper's not concerned by that. Tries a shot! And no mistake! And they are right back within touch! Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And time is up. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head.
The reason I write is wrong. Everything is wrong. آخر حلة.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
آخر حلة زر خبر.
There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think we'll be seeing a lot of this fella, Mateo Kovacic, if he's got the freedom to get forward. He's got the athleticism, he's got the staying power, and he loves to press. And just keep an eye out for that drop of the shoulder. He loves to go past opposition players.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Engages and forces him off the ball. Knocks it into space. It's Neymar! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase.
Neymar! And he has kicked it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Header comes in! Not a bad try by
حسن
any
بشتغل
means.
الشغل.
Pedri. Nicely weighted ball. Looking for the run. Looking for options for movement. Ekitike receives it in a good position here. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Rodri did well to stay calm there.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Tries to play it through. Ekitike. Real chance! It's in!
أشوفك تكسر العادة اللي غلط فيه
The
كثير.
next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Neymar. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Saliba. Haaland! Oh, it's hit the post! There's the shot! And that's a good finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Inter Milan restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away! And they're back in front! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to...
Big chance! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught napping! Nakata. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Inter Milan are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Ekitike. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Mateus. Thuram. Calafiori. That's a shade optimistic. Beckham can see things others simply cannot. Calafiori. And that pass just didn't quite work. Aimed beyond the defence. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Saliba gets over and intercepts. And the referee has signalled for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to live the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That is good alertness. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Shot could be on. Header! Goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect from...
Takes a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
It's Nakata! And he hits the net! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Cruyff. Now it's Haaland. Oh, can they get him away? Now it's Haaland. Oh, he's all alone. Neymar!
Oh,
Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Cambio di giocatori.
oh.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Mosquera calmly anticipates. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Can he finish? Goal! Inter! Into the lead once more. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Saliba with a definite foul there.
That's foul, is it?
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Cruyff. And he welcomes... And Cruyff! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Corner number 2 then.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 3, Company, il numero 21, Pirlo. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, easy pickings there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Inter Milan, moments now away from seeing this one out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
انت اللي بتكيلان.
And that is out of play.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 14, numero 22. Lasciano il campo per il numero 23, Kaká. Il numero 2.
It's a pretty loose pass. That's going wide left. And the pass is intercepted.
Cafu.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now that looks a decent ball. Kovacic. Calafiori. Can he get it through? And this is Shevchenko. And that will be it. Inter Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Here we go, I'm back. Celebrate. يلا العب، العب يا مان.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. It's a sharp pass. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Tries to play it through. And that's been one trice! Oh, split-second reaction.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Beckham has it out wide and in space. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Shot, surely! And it's a goal!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Yamal.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Desai makes the interception. Takes a shot! And he's stuck it away! They are purring, truly purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Zubimendi tries to clear, and he will. And the finish! It's a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Nakata. Nicely aimed pass. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Varane gets across to intercept that. Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And the keeper beats it away. And he's cut it out. And now a sudden chance to counter. And no, that was never going to make it. Beckham. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. Kovacic is the team's great visionary. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he's intervened well there. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
He is through here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he decides to cross it. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Cruyff.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Well timed, excellent interception. That's a good ball out wide. Varane cuts out the pass. Looking for a runner. Has a big chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're threatening to fly away here. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and and that is all they have time for. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we get things going again. 45 minutes to change their fate. Mateus gets a foot in and wins the ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. That has ended up in no man's land. Mateus. Done delicately. Oh, nicely intercepted. Cruyff. That is good alertness. It's a searching pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Munich clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Nakata.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Played into space.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Well, quality clearly deserted it, and the shot! Now, how often do you see that?
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, important interception. Kovacic. That's good running with the ball. That's a cute ball. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rodri is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well read, nice interception. Cruyff. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now that's well seen too. Kovacic. Great vision. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he was alert to it. And he's quick to get rid. Cruyff. Can he get on the end of this? Raya claims comfortably. Spread out to the left. He's found a way through. Rodri gives no quarter whatsoever.
Hazard clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
That's destined for the flank. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That pass has been well intercepted. Pressing high and with purpose. Nicely weighted ball.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 14, numero 16, Lam, numero 15, Beckham, numero 11, numero 22. Lasciano il campo per il numero 23, Kaká, il numero 3, Company, il numero 6, Messi, il numero 21, Pirlo, il numero 2. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Corner number 2 then. That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, can they get him away? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't kick out that killer ball.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Can he latch on to this? Desai, Kaka. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were...
يو خلاص أنا آخر حلة يا آخر حلة الآن يلا يا يلا العب يلا
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. That has ended up in no man's land. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Looking for the run. Mosquera gets across to intercept that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for options for movement. Mosquera kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking to play him in. Nicely weighted ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he plays one through. And the shot! Hidetoshi Nakata, genuine legend, not just of Japan, but actually Asian football in general.
Yeah, absolutely, Peter. Someone in...
Trife! Well, what's he giving here? Inter Milan have themselves a chance from the spot. So this to break the deadlock. He scores for sure! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Gol per l'Inter. Ha segnato al 15° minuto, numero 1.
So, a breakthrough already. Ekitike, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Takes a shot! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved.
It's Drogba! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Not the most accurate pass. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Calafiori. And it's Beckham. Couldn't squeeze it through. And the pass is intercepted. He has a look up. Mbappe! Frustratingly close. Varane gets over and intercepts. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's De Bruyne. There's the shot! And a neat finish. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal. And a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Rafael Varane. Can he get on the end of this? Raya claims comfortably. And he's intervened well there. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. Inter Milan are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. That pass has been well intercepted. And this is Drogba. Oh, now it's Drogba! Goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Beckham. Now it's Drogba. Pass somewhat off target. Zubimendi. He won't be happy with that one. Can he get it through? Drogba goes for a shot! Big moment! Massive goal! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Inter Milan leading just about at the break. It's too close for comfort. It's 3-2. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Beckham, and that could set him on his way. Now he's off and running. De Bruyne, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Yamal, he's picked his way through. Shoots! That is decidedly lacking.
Munich certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Aims beyond the defence. De Bruyne! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Munich really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the finish!
Munich really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now, can they get him away? Inter Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
This is a promising build-up. Yamal. Oh, he's seen that early. He's having a pop! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's aimed into the middle. Varane getting this one clear. Cruyff. Drogba. Mosquera promptly onto that, and that is that. Lahm. That has not gone well. That has been cut short. 75 minutes played. Now it's Kaká. Threads one in. No, that's been intercepted. Lahm. Oh, he's onto this. Saliba deals with that comfortably.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And this is Drogba. Saliba. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a little off target. Zubimendi. Rodri. It's played through for him. Oh, that was vital. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he cuts out the supply. Zubimendi. That's destined for the flank. He's in plenty of space here, and he's managed to get free. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Mateus is there, and he can get that clear. De Bruyne.
Munich really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And time is up. Inter Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Drogba claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.